The shock, the betrayal of that. I'm just worried I'll be a creep without kids, that's my only issue. I mean, Santa gave it to me. It's not like jingle my balls or something. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I'm Yvette. I moved to the UK 2.5 years ago. I'm documenting my experiences and it is obviously the Christmas season, so I thought a fun Christmassy video I think I need to make, I should make, is all of the British traditions that Brits love as well as that I love. And so there are some traditions that are traditions that not everyone enjoys, but technically British, do you know what I mean? So this is a modern take on traditions that people love, rather than pulling out all of the old dated ones from like the 1800s that no one really does anymore, you know? So that's what this video is. I won't waffle too much, but we'll jump into it. Number one, Christmas jumpers. This is super exciting for me because I'm from a hot country which doesn't get to enjoy the Christmas jumpers. So we get really tacky Christmas t-shirts, and sometimes we have like a rash vest, which is like a swimming t-shirt to stop you getting burnt, and you can get like a Christmas print of that, or Christmas Hawaiian shirts. So we don't get Christmas jumpers. So super happy to have, to be able to enjoy a aspect of, I want to say British culture, but also just like America, like anywhere cold, it's like Christmas jumpers are a quintessentially Christmas thing that I've not had the pleasure of enjoying until now. So Christmas jumpers are number one on my list. I've been curating a collection because I was so excited to get them. So I have two. I have one per year, and then I've got another one this year. So for every year I'm in the UK, I'm going to get another Christmas jumper. So currently I have 3 because I'm in my 3rd Christmas. I will say, I'm a mild rant. Have you ever gone shopping for Christmas jumpers and like, men's jumpers are so nice. Full disclosure, this is Daniel's. I'm wearing his because I like it. It's very Nordic. I think it's like wintry Nordic pattern. Do you mean it's not tacky? It's not like jingle my balls or something. When you try and buy a woman's Christmas jumper, it's so much harder. There's so much like, all I want for Christmas is gin and like martinis and like I'm on the bad list and like all these like cringe things. I'm like, just give me a Nordic pattern. Is that so hard? Neither here nor there. I'm managing to build my collection despite my oppression by Christmas jumpers. Next one on my list is advent calendars. And so what I've noticed recently is that advent calendars seem to be for adults more and more. I feel like when I was growing up it was like for kids, and like I always got like, a calendar is a bit where you pop out day by day, open a door. I always had chocolate. Some people have like little gifts in there. I think sometimes it was just photos back in the day. Now you can get them for like skincare, computer bits, like anything. Anything can be an advent calendar now. And like Lindt is doing advent calendars, like premium chocolate brand. Like, and yeah, so advent calendars definitely. And I didn't realize we did those in Australia when I was a kid. I'm thinking of getting one this year, but we will see. It's been a while, but I'm like so ready for Christmas this year because of the panini, the panorama, the pandemic. I feel like this is the first year it's like collective joy. So hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing goes, you know, tits up by then, but you never know. That's my hopes and dreams, that I have a very good Christmas, but I'm ready to go all out with every possible tradition this year. And one of those would be advent calendars. So this next one I wanted to put on the list because it's something I got from my mother-in-law, is that, so I have the stockings on either side. I had stockings for presents when I was growing up, but my mother-in-law's British, and so what Daniel used to have as a kid is that you'd get a stocking with like bits and pieces, and often there's a clementine in there, like some sort of orange fruit, and often chocolate money is normally in there, and other bits and pieces, but it's more like a thing in itself, not just like to hold presents, if that makes sense. So yeah, having a dedicated Christmas stocking on Christmas, very much a British tradition. Everyone gets a stocking filled with, I think it's normally food, but tell me if I'm wrong. What do you put in your Christmas stockings? Because you guys know better than me. I'm only telling you secondhand from what Daniel had as a kid. A tradition that I really love, and I did as a kid as well, which stems from England, is leaving out cookies and milk for Santa. A very Australian thing is sometimes we'll leave beer out for Santa, which is incredibly stereotypical, but we do it. So yeah, but normally I would leave carrots out for the reindeer, and then I would get milk or beer for Father Christmas and leave out, I think it's normally cookies or biscuits or something for him. And then in the morning I'd come down and they were all eaten and drunk, and Mum would be like, oh, Santa came! And like you could go and see that the reindeer had eaten the carrots. I think it was my dad's job to take and eat all the food, but very cute in hindsight. But as you're a kid, you just think it's, wow, Santa. On that same note, it's very common to write a letter to Santa. I think this is a sneaky way parents find out what their kids actually want for Christmas, and then they can fulfill it. I'm interested to know as well, because I think this changes household to household, but like how much of your gifts are from Santa as a child versus your parents. Like my parents never gave me anything. It was all from Santa, but obviously they gave it to me. I mean Santa gave it to me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I know some friends had like their parents gave them presents as well as Santa. So I'd be interested in the breakdown. Like who's getting better presents? Is it from Santa or is it from your parents? A British tradition that I really, really love is Christmas dinner. It's normally done in like the late afternoon, like a Sunday roast kind of vibe. Traditionally in Australia, we don't have Christmas dinner because it's 35 degrees. So we usually have a seafood lunch with a pavlova cake. While great for a summer holiday, not great for Christmas. There's something wholesome and comforting, particularly when it's cold outside and you're warm with your jumper on and you're eating like this really wholesome, yummy food, a Christmas roast. Usually it's turkey, vegetables, gravy, all that fun stuff. And I've really enjoyed having that tradition, although I do find it mildly stressful trying to cook everything. And it's literally just for me. So can't imagine these mums and grandmas that put it on for like 15, 20 people. Like power to you. Very, very, very British tradition, and I think this varies household to household, but it is tradition, and this is going to show that I have pre-filmed this should anything happen, is that the Queen's message comes onto TV. And so currently the Queen has been on bed rest for a while, so it'll be interesting to know what her message will be this year. Hopefully she makes it to make the message, but yes, Queen gets on TV, talks about the year that has been, goes over, I guess, the overall messaging. It's kind of like a corporation meeting, you know, when the boss is like, we're all doing this. But yeah, I enjoy seeing the Queen. I like to judge her decor from behind. I'm like, what? Like, there was one year where her, like, similar shot to this, where she had like the fireplace behind her and it was just filled with bouquets, which was weird. So like, that's exactly what I'm thinking when I'm watching the Queen's message. But do you watch the Queen's message? I know some families can't miss it, some families don't even think about it. Speaking of TV, TV specials. UK has like panel shows and quintessential TV shows, and they all do Christmas specials. So like last year, I think was it last year? Time is a blur, but one of the years was Gavin and Stacey did a reunion show. Christmas special, and then there's obviously Big Fat Quiz, which I love, so that's Christmas special. And then like Would I Lie to You or 9 out of 10 Cats, they all do special NQI dedicated episodes for Christmas, and I think it's very fun and wholesome, and it makes you feel like a little family. So yeah, that's definitely the highlight of my year, particularly Big Fat Quiz. I flippin' love it. Crackers, and I don't mean with cheese. Christmas crackers are like, they have a piece of cardboard with some, is it gunpowder on it? And then you pull it and it pops. Do you think that trying to travel at Christmas, everyone gets done for gunpowder? I would wonder about pulling crackers, getting gunpowder on you. Anyways, and then there's a toy, a hat, and a joke. So I know I've read that the people bond more over bad jokes than they do if they were good jokes. So they actively try and make bad ones. But yeah, that is quintessentially, we have that in Australia as well, so like it's something that I've grown up with that I hold dear to my heart. So I'm happy that it like translates over to the British culture as well. I don't know if this translates too much globally, but I know it's very common in the UK and Australia, is that you often have Christmas parties and you get to get dressed up. I've been very fortunate that most of my Christmas parties have been held in like places in Sydney Harbour overlooking the Harbour Bridge during the day, and it's like summer and you're wearing summery dresses and everyone gets drunk and blah. I haven't had a good experience in the UK yet, which is sad, because the first year I was with a company that like doesn't put on Christmas parties. It was really weird. Very much a downer. And then obviously the pandemic hit. So this is my first year. I think I have a Christmas party, but who knows, I'll keep you updated on everyone's shenanigans. But yeah, work Christmas parties are quintessentially British. I think the most obvious and easiest way to understand is if you watch The Office. One thing I haven't had a chance to experience but is a very British tradition is pantos. I don't know any other country that does this, maybe somewhere in Europe, like it seems like a German thing, I don't know. But pantomimes, it's like, from my understanding, kind of like like an overacted on purpose play, and then obviously it's not obvious at all, the audience gets involved, and so kids will be like, look in there, behind you, blah blah blah, and like yell out to the characters. I'm thinking of going this year if I can. I'm just worried I'll be a creep without kids, that's my only issue, but I like to see the little kids playing like with the characters. I think that'd be very sweet, and then to understand fully what a panto is. But I know, on the list, I have yet, despite 3 years, have yet to have a proper British Christmas with the panto. Boxing Day is very British. We have it in Australia as well. Boxing Day, I think, is like better than Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve is the best, is that you get a day off work, there's often sales, you get to enjoy your leftover food, presents, and just have a day off and just enjoy the calm after the mania that is Christmas. It's weird to me that places don't have Boxing Day. Like, it's just, it is what it is, I'm so used to it. There's a British tradition on this list that I lied, because I don't actually like, but I felt like I needed to put in this list. Mince pies. So in Australia, a very common traditional food is a meat pie, which is used with mince meat. Do you know my surprise when I ate a mince pie and it was sweet and it wasn't like a savory meat pie? It did me in. I don't know, I like swore it off as a child. The shock, the betrayal of that pie kind of like ruined them for me. So I have cut them off from my life. But yes, I can't get my head around a sweet pie. I don't know why. I think I'm just not a big fan of dried fruit. A lot of Christmas food is dried fruit, and I don't like it. Don't like Christmas pudding either. So, do I even like Christmas? My last one I want to get your opinion on, because I feel like I read conflicting things. So officially, from Christmas.com or wherever it was, I got this, was your Christmas tree has to come down, like be taken down within 12 days of Christmas, or you get bad luck. Is that true? Is that the 12 days of Christmas or the 12 days before Christmas? Like my whatever gave to me 12 ducks, swans, rings, whatever it is, dancing prances. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's always a hotly contested thing of like, when do you take the tree down? Because no one wants to have a bad year. Is that what happened in 2020? Everyone just left the tree up too long and then we had the worst year there ever was. But yes, those are my favourite British traditions as well as the Brits' favourite. So tell me in the comments below what your favourite Christmas tradition is, and give this video a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. As always, please remember to subscribe so I can see you next time for more festive goodness.